What's up, everybody? It's Alex from Heavy New York calling from the quarantine zone again, and this time we are here with Temperance. Thank you so much for your time today. It's great to have you here, Alessia.
Oh, thank you so much too. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's so great to have you here. So we got this new EP coming out, Melodies of Green and Blue. This is an acoustic EP. Is this gonna maybe show a different side of Temperance than what we would normally get from an album such as Viridian, for example?
Yeah, I think yes. Actually, we were thinking about it since a long time, and wherever we were on tour during our gigs, we were meeting some people in the crowd that ask and talk about this kind of work, different work for us. And so day by day, year by year, we think about this idea, and yeah, I think that now the results really enjoyed us, and we are very proud of it. Yeah.
So does this have any relation to Viridian in a way? Is it almost kind of like a follow-up, or being that, you kind of stepped into new territory with this, this is almost kind of like its own entity?
No, well, I think that it's really connected to Viridian because it contains more than 6 songs, yes, of Viridian, and also two new songs. And also the title of this work, which is Melodies in Green and Blue, is connected to Viridian itself because Viridian is a color between blue and green, actually. So yeah, it's totally connected to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always thought too that when a band creates an acoustic album, whether it is new songs or just acoustic versions of older songs, it almost feels like it shows a different side of the band and adds a different context behind the songs as well, right?
Yes, it's true, it's true. This time, I think that for us as singers, we decided to create something different because for our vocals and style, doing something in acoustic is totally and completely different from the right way when you're playing metal. Yes, it's totally different. So altogether we tried different techniques, different styles, and also a softer way of singing. And yeah, it has been a real good work and job altogether. Yeah. The challenge, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think by stepping into this new territory, this may have opened up new doors for Temperance in the future?
Well, I think that maybe people can look at us in a different way, and maybe we can also offer something different to our fans and friends and people out there. So sometimes I think that we can think about a pre-show. Yeah, before the real show, we can create a different atmosphere, which is like a VIP ticket during the show. Sometimes we can think about this. Why not? Why not? I think that maybe it could be funny and typical and curious at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. And being that you came into Temperance of Jupiter and Moons was your first album with the band, right?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
So when you joined the band in 2018, were you kind of like looking at albums such as Limitless or The Earth Embraces Us All, being like, okay, this is how I have to sing, or were you kind of allowed to bring in a little bit of your own mix into Temperance?
Yeah. Well, for me, it's always difficult to think about Temperance as my new band since of Jupiter Moons because I knew them all since the beginning. So it's kind of weird to think about, oh yes, now I am the singer, but I really know them since 2014, and I followed them during their gigs, even if they were with Chiara Tricarico on vocals, and so it's weird. Yeah, it's weird for me to think about this now, and it's really what can I say? What can I explain? It's not so weird for me to sing some songs when I wasn't there in the records. So it's so normal, so easy, really. So it's a really good thing for me. Yeah, because we are a very bunch of people in a solid friendship, and so this kind of work all together is really fits me well.
And
I can sing songs without any difficult or absolutely.
And being that you'd known the band since the inception, you were already aware of how the band plays. You were the most qualified to begin with.
Maybe, who knows? I hope so. Yeah. Probably.
As a vocalist, have you always needed to hear the music to come up with the lyrics, or has there ever been a time where you had lyrics written and then maybe the band would write according to that?
No, well, really, nope, because we always create the music before, and then we write the lyrics after this process. So our intention is always focused on create some positive lyrics, and really our meanings in the lyrics are always happy or positive. I think yes, is correct. And so for us it's really natural to create lyrics in this kind of melodic songs. Is totally comfortable. And also I have to say that we tried a different way this time with Melodies of Green and Blue because we tried a different style this time with a new song, which is called Evelyn. But I think that is the only song in our entire career that has a sad lyric. But always we try to stay connected with people, giving them a positive message all around our music.
That should be the slogan for Temperance, the world's most positive metal band.
Yeah, maybe yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I feel like that makes you unique, especially like with your style and Melodies of Green and Blue. It's an acoustic album written during, isolation and all this stuff. I feel like we kind of need this positive energy more than ever.
Yeah, more than ever, absolutely. I know. So even if I know that Evelyn is not so happy because it talks about the story of a girl who put an end to her life. So I know it's not so happy, but we also like to talk about stories sometimes, and we all know that stories are not always so happy and positive, I know, but our intent of create something positive and for people, and now, as you already said, it's very important to talk with people with positive messages, and so we have to stay united and connected in this way.
And even if the song
Absolutely.
Even if the song isn't necessarily positive itself, it could have positive intentions in terms of relating to people or being there for somebody during a dark time as well.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And kind of going to what I said, do you like to leave the music open to interpretation, or do you try to maybe engage the listener into the message, or maybe instill that positive meaning into them?
Oh well, usually you can understand the meaning of our lyrics very easily. Yeah, and we don't like to give people some hiding meaning among our lyrics. So yeah, I think that everyone has to understand our lyrics in its entirety. So yeah, and there's no way to misunderstanding something in our songs. Yeah, if they're anti. Yeah, I have to say that everyone can relate them in a certain way, and he can work with with his life in our lyrics in a deep connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does the inspiration for songwriting sometimes come out of nowhere for you, or do you almost kind of like need to be in a certain place at a certain
You
time?
are talking about lyrics or?
Lyrics or just writing the music in general?
Oh, well, talking about myself, I take inspiration from our common life, usually common life, or some fantasy stories, like some old legends from from nowhere. I like universe. I like space and planets. So sometimes I like to create something invented and new for a new lyric. That yeah, usually is pretty more into common life for everyone. Yeah. My only necessity is to put the right words in my lyrics, because sometimes yeah, we talk different languages, and Italian and English are very different, talking about meanings. And so I have to search some kind of words and right words or terms for create something, yeah, right for my lyrics. So that's my only research during the process. But talking about meanings and images now is pretty natural for me. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
finally, before we go, first off, I want to thank you so much for your time today. It's great to finally be able to chat with all of you and really get a good feel of this music. Is there just anything with the release of Melodies of Green and Blue, like a live stream performance we could be expecting from Temperance, or anything else that you would like to promote?
Oh yeah, actually we're going to perform a live streaming on the 19th February, for yeah, the day of the release of the EP. And we're going to perform this special acoustic show. Me, Michele, and Marco, the other singers. And maybe you'll find some surprises there also. Yeah, too. And yeah. It's pretty new for us too, and I think it would be very funny and curious for all of us. Yes.
Awesome.
So the show will be live streaming on rockyfeed.com, and I think that will play at least 1 hour for the entire show. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah. We have a lot to look forward to. But thank you so much, Alessia. Everybody, we are here with Alessia of Temperance, Melodies of Green and Blue, coming out very soon. And check out Viridian as well if you haven't already. This is Alex from Heavy New York. We will see you next time.